The way to get started is a quick diagram. And this is something that you should have pretty second nature in order to do these well. So if not, take the time. Make sure you can quickly jot out 0, 90, 180, 270, and back to 360. Okay, make sure you can do that 270 as well. Once you have those, and then you can think that halfways are always the 45s, then you can do quick sketches quite quickly and things work out nice and accurate. So in this case, we are looking at 250 degrees. We know 250 is greater than 180 and less than 270. So we know that it lands in that third quadrant. So we can say we go 180, and then how much more? So we could subtract 250 minus 180, figure out what we got there, or we could say 270 minus 250, whichever way you want. I'll go with the 270 minus 250 is equal to 20, and that tells us that this is 20 in there. And we know that 90 minus 20 is 70, and so this here is 70, and this whole thing here is our 250. All right, so we got a nice diagram. We're ready to go. Okay, so coterminal angle. Now, we have an infinite number of solutions for this first part. That is, what is a coterminal angle to this 250? And so let's just, one easy one to choose is just let's go negative to this same location. And so if we're going to go negative to the same location, we would say we're going through that fourth quadrant. So there's 90 degrees we've gone through. And then we have to go another 20 degrees to get to there. And so we would say minus 110 degrees. And there's an example coterminal angle. Could it be something else? Of course. And so we'll get into the general solution to talk about what all the different coterminal angles we could have used for as examples. So the general, okay, would be, and let's just call it theta, is equal to, and we could do it this way. We could just say, what did we start with? 250 degrees. And then if we were to say plus 360, and think about that, we would get to the same position, and then we would say plus 360 would just mean going around the entire circle again and back to that same point. So, and then we could go another 360, or say add 720, and that means we would loop twice and back to the same point. But we would still end up back at the same angle there. And so bottom line is we could put an N here and say we could have looped around as many times as we want, and we would still land at that same place. If we started at 250 and looped 360, 720, whatever, we always end up back there. So easy for a general solution. But we could have gone negative as well. So we could say if we went to 250 and then went negative, we could have landed at the exact same place as well, right? And our first one would be our example, minus 110. And so there would be the first example of that general solution. But we should define there that n, or n is a whole number. That'd be the best way to say it. And let me point out, so that is our solution here, general solution. But I will point out that if we would have said n is just an integer, then we could have just had plus here, because then the negatives would have taken care of themselves. But either one is perfectly good. So, so yeah, there we go. We're done.